Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, so a commenter, I believe his name is Jacob Sherry B. So shouts out to you, man. But he asked me, do I think that there's a possibility that Klitschko can get disqualified in this Joshua fight? And he also said that David Hay believes that there is a chance that Klitschko can get disqualified for excessive holding in this fight. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. Usually, now a lot of people are saying that Klitschko fights taller guys different and he fights big guys. To me, he fights all the guys the same. It just depends on how aggressive he wants to be. Now, that's just me, in my opinion, all right? I believe that he fights everybody pretty much the same. And whenever the other fighter is aggressive, his first reaction is to hold. He did it. I'm laughing because I'm thinking about the Povetkin fight, man. That was crazy. Now, granted, all great fighters have a few fights, man, where forgettable fights for them. You know what I mean? And that's definitely one of Klitschko's forgettable fights. That's definitely has to rank right up there, even though he won the fight, man. But like I said, a lot of great fighters have bad fights, even when they win. But Klitschko, man, he should have got a lot of points took in that fight. I mean, there were times in that fight where he was just initiating clinches for the hell of it. I mean, Povetkin would lean in and try to lean in with his jab. Literally, Klitschko would just jump on top of him and put all his body weight down. But then in the fight, it was weird. It was a lot of clinching and grabbing and pushing down and throwing down by Klitschko. But then he would find spots to land lead left hooks that was snapping Povetkin's head back. Good jab and straight right hands following it that was buzzing Povetkin. I think he must have threw Povetkin down about what, 3 times or something. I forget. I think he was credited with 4 knockdowns. A few of them were clean knockdowns. He was buzzing Povetkin. He was doing a lot of everything. He was landing some good shots, but he was doing a lot of grabbing, mauling, throwing down. He was almost like ragdolling him, man. He was using all his physical advantages in that fight. The ref didn't do a good job in that fight, man. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Because shit, even Pulev is what, 6'5", 6'4", and Klitschko was pulling him in, grabbing him by his neck, pulling him in. You know, the same way that you would grab your girl or something, or your woman or your wife, and you would pull her towards you, like you put your arm around her neck and pull her towards you for a kiss. That's how fucking Klitschko was grabbing him, like pulling him in towards his chest. He was doing that to Povetkin the whole night. He's done it to everybody. I mean, you can pretty much pull up a fight and you're going to see a lot of clinching by Klitschko. Some people think in this fight he may just say fuck it and just throw his hands and just go for it. But to me, your muscle memory is just used to grab and jab, especially when somebody's being aggressive. The first thing he does, whether they're short, tall, or small, is he grabs. He may go on the back foot and throw a little quick 1-2, but a grab is coming right behind it. It's just what he does, man. You know, as great as he is, it's just Klitschko's technique. You know, it is what it is, man. It's got him this far. That's the thing. It's got him this far. Now I think it's the end of the road for that. Fury showed how to do it on the back foot and with movement, and I think Joshua's going to show us how to do it by keeping a tight, high defense, slipping punches, walking him down with the jab in the right hand and hurting him and buzzing him. And when he's trying to extend his arms to hold and clinch, Josh was going to be throwing punches. You know what I mean? Povetkin was leaning in, almost bull rushing at sometimes. He was trying to get in, and he was falling right into clinches. You know what I mean? With his style and being much shorter, he was falling right into Klitschko's lap as far as getting held and grabbed and fucking wrestled around the ring. Whereas Joshua, when Klitschko goes to grab, Josh was going to be on the outside. He wants to fight from a distance too. So Klitschko's going to either have to punch. I mean, he's going to be getting nailed. If he's trying to grab, he's going to get nailed, man. He can only really grab when they're close. If he tries to grab from, say, this distance that Molina's in right now, trying to, throw his jab and trying to paw with it and probe with it and then grab you really quick, Josh was going to be throwing right hands, man. You know what I mean? Josh is going to be throwing right hands on him. He's going to make him pay from trying to extend his arms and grab. So just to answer your question, do I think it's a possibility? I can see a sequence where Joshua buzzes him, gets him hurt, and then Klitschko, his reaction is to grab really, really quick, and then he's trying to get him off of him, and the ref may have to step in and break him, so he'll quit grabbing him. But I don't think it'd be a problem. I think Joshua would knock him out before it'd get to that point. But man, sometimes Klitschko, I know I keep referring to the Povetkin fight, man, but that fight would have made fucking Henry Akawande blush. You know what I mean? You guys remember that fight with Akawande and Lennox Lewis, the hug fest? Yeah, Klitschko, he can do that sometimes, man, but he's sneaky because he can add in some good work. Believe it or not, there is, in between all that muddy shit that he does, there is some good work. I know some of you just saying, oh, the hell with it. You know, he grabbed the whole fight. But he does land some good lead left hooks, good right hands, some good jabs, some good uppercuts. He'll place it in there, but he just muddies it up with all the clinching and holding. And in the UK, man, I'm not seeing the ref. I'm not seeing him allowing a whole bunch of holding and clinching. I just don't see it. I just don't see it working like that. I think Klitschko's gonna have to go out on his shield. Hey man, he may catch AJ. You know, he still has a good stiff 1-2 jab right hand, left hook when he lets it go, and he's throwing it with some fucking conviction. You know what I mean? I guess we'll see what happens on fight night, man. But nah, I don't think that it even get that deep to where Klitschko will be trying to get disqualified. I think he'll get knocked out before that happens. But yes, I know I'm favoring AJ over Klitschko. A lot of people are, saying that I'm underrating Klitschko, and I'm not. I just think it's time for a new era. It happens in boxing, and it's just Klitschko that's the one that's, I think is going to get beat for the second straight time. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. We will see on fight night, man. I'm out.